Hello and welcome to Empowering Survivors. My name is Alex and I'm so happy you're here. Today we're going to recap some of the most important parts of this developing story of Allisha Watts, who we originally covered as a missing person, but who was sadly found deceased last week. Her boyfriend James Dunmore has been charged with her murder. This video is sharing a recap of his arrest last week, as well as the initial appearance he had yesterday in court. At the end, I'll also include the 911 call Allisha's cousin made, in case you haven't heard it. Before we begin, I'd appreciate if you like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet to join our Empowering Survivors community. The boyfriend of Allisha Watts, James Dunmore, was arrested for killing her, and he had his initial appearance. And let's dive in and learn more about what happened in that first court appearance. Hi everyone, Alex with Empowering Survivors here, and I'm so happy to see you. So this is a developing story. We were covering the Allisha Watts case back when she was missing, since the last time she was seen was July 16th. And sadly, her body was found by a cemetery, and her boyfriend, James Dunmore, was arrested. That was back on Thursday, and he was in his first appearance this morning. And although cameras weren't allowed, we're going to share some of the behind the scenes of what happened in court.
James Dunmore, the former boyfriend of Allisha Watts, is expected to be in court for the first time today. He has been charged with Allisha's murder. Watts' body was discovered in a cemetery last week in Montgomery County, North Carolina. She's from Moore County and was last seen on July 16th while visiting Dunmore in East Charlotte. An arrest warrant notes that investigators believe that was the same day that Dunmore murdered Watts. Her family is calling for Dunmore to remain behind bars with no bond.
So James Dunmore did appear in court for his first appearance, and he was denied bond, which is awesome news. You know, it was expected, at least from me. The family was requesting it, of course, and with most violent crimes, especially to the degree of murder, oftentimes bond is denied unless there is, let's say a very, very, very high bond set. But even then, sometimes if, with certain crimes, there just won't be any bond at all. So no court cameras were allowed, but several of the local news stations have been covering this. And it says the man accused of killing a North Carolina woman, Allisha Watts, appeared in court on Monday, that was this morning, where he was denied bond and given a court-appointed attorney. James Dunmore is charged with the murder of his girlfriend, Allisha Watts, whose body was found behind a Montgomery County cemetery last week. Watts, who was from Moore County, was last seen alive on July 16th at Dunmore's Charlotte home. Investigators and search parties worked for more than a month to bring her home before her remains were found. And I'm going to share a clip now just in a moment, but it says that he wasn't cooperating. And if you recall, there was even an attempted suicide from him or by him. So he wasn't cooperating with police. It seems like they probably were able to link the location where Allisha's body was found through digital evidence, like cell phone pings and other evidence that they were able to gather to pinpoint or put him into that spot where her body was found at the cemetery. A search warrant revealed police believe Dunmore killed Watts the day she was last seen. Another warrant also revealed that Dunmore was the victim of an apparent suicide attempt on July 18th, which I just mentioned, and he was found in Watts' vehicle at an Anson County DMV. This is not the outcome that we had been hoping for, but by finding Allisha, it can bring some closure. I hope and pray it will bring some closure to family and friends moving forward. And if you haven't watched the clip of the press conference by the Montgomery Sheriff, Pete Herron, I'll share that right after this. On Sunday, family and friends of Watts held a rally outside the Montgomery County Jail in hopes of keeping Dunmore locked up without bond. Well, they got their wish. There should not be a bond issued. That gentleman should remain locked up so he doesn't endanger anyone else's lives or cause any more harm to any one of the families or friends of Allisha. And as you'll see in the clip that I'm about to share, he has a long past, a long history of violent crimes. Stalking and attempted kidnapping. He had some violence against his ex-wife, restraining orders, and all sorts of things. So this is very sad. It appears that domestic violence homicides are actually on the rise this year. And so that is very, very concerning. And I don't know what Allisha did or how she connected with him. I know it was through her cousin, who was a neighbor of James Dunmore, but maybe if there had been, let's say, if she had done a background check, maybe she would have seen some of this. I mean, I don't know, maybe she wouldn't have cared, but just small little things that could help protect you and your loved ones. Let's see if we can just help not only advocate for justice for victims like Allisha, but really educate others who may be in toxic or abusive relationships, because we don't want another situation like this to happen. So let me share the video now with more information on James Dunmore's arrest.
The fact that James Dunmore is now still in custody here at the Montgomery County Jail, providing some comfort to the family of Allisha Watts. But tonight, there are still a lot of unanswered questions, specifically what went on for the last month until Allisha's remains were found here. After more than a month of keeping hope alive, not the ending family and friends had hoped for. Tucked behind rows of graves at this rural cemetery in Norman, flowers now marking the entrance to the woods where Allisha Watts' remains were found. Friends and family were told it may have been cell phone pings and digital evidence that led investigators to search near the cemetery. A new warrant for James Dunmore suggests the murder itself would have happened back in mid-July. That's around the same time Allisha went missing. The cemetery's manager tells ABC 11 he had no idea Allisha was found there until he saw the news last night.
Well, it's kind of, that was shocking. It's possible could have been there the whole time. Makes you more aware of things around you.
Tony Warner says over the last month, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Cleaning crews and caretakers go in and out, and there was even a large funeral held, unaware that Allisha would have been just yards away when all that was happening.
And we were down there where the trees and all were. We were down there with talking to kin folks and all, but that's about the extent of it. We didn't ever go and look in the woods or anything like that.
Warner says he wants to know what might have led Dunmore to the cemetery. Watts' family says it would have been on Allisha's route back home to Moore County from Charlotte, just 20 minutes away. One person not answering those questions, Dunmore himself. Investigators found the location without his help, as friends and family now move to a new chapter in their fight for justice. And we know from looking through records that Dunmore has a pretty lengthy criminal history with convictions over the years for things like assault and battery, kidnapping, and stalking. Now, of course, facing those murder charges again, still in custody here at the Montgomery County Jail. We know that he's going to have his first appearance in front of a judge. That's going to be Monday morning at 9:30 at the courthouse in Troy. We have been told that our cameras will not be allowed inside for that hearing, but of course, we're going to be covering that hearing. That first appearance on Monday, and of course, provide you any updates as soon as we get them. Reporting live, Tom George, ABC 11, Eyewitness News.
So especially given the violent history of James Dunmore, I'm glad that his bond was denied. And so let's see what happens in this story. I'll continue to cover it, even though I'm not going to be covering a lot of murder cases, but because this started as a missing persons case and we're so invested in justice now for Allisha, I'll continue to cover it. And it is a developing story, so if you want to stay up to speed on developments in this story, I welcome you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you learned something today, I'd appreciate if you hit the thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments. And let's just take a moment of silence for Allisha and her loved ones. The police in Montgomery County, North Carolina did a press conference. So I'm going to share that now with you all, along with a couple of the updates that I just did. Quick recap. Allisha was a 39-year-old woman. She'd been missing since, or last seen on July 16th. She was supposed to meet up with her cousin who lives in Charlotte. And because the cousin was a neighbor of her boyfriend, that's how he was introduced to Allisha. And she had been dating her boyfriend for a few months. And sadly, she disappeared. A few days later, the boyfriend was found with her car in an attempted suicide, county over. And the cousin actually did a 911 call to ask for a wellness check on her cousin. She was worried. She missed the comedy show. She didn't go to work. And so just super worried about her family. And it's just been heartbreaking listening to her sister spoke out. Her mom, I just covered a story of her mom speaking out. And there have been many vigils, there have been searches, and not the news that we wanted to hear, but at the very least, if her boyfriend was involved and has been arrested, then there will be some justice for Allisha. So real quick, let's just share some of the updates. Now, this is from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. We believe the remains of Allisha Watts have been located. A task force was formed consisting of Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department, where she was last seen, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, where her body supposedly was found, Foxfire Police Department, Richmond County Sheriff's Office, Moore County Sheriff's Office. She was from Moore County. She lived in Moore County. Anson County Sheriff's Office, which is where the car was found. North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. James Dunmore, who is a boyfriend of Allisha, has been taken into custody and arrested for murder. This is an ongoing and active investigation, and we will continue to follow up on leads. Now, Claire Kopsky is a reporter, and she shared on Twitter, or X, that the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office says that the remains of 39-year-old Allisha Watts are believed to be found here behind the cemetery. This is 70 miles from where she was last seen in CLT, and I believe CLT means Charlotte, July 16th. Her boyfriend, James Dunmore, has been taken into custody and arrested for murder. So here is Norman County Cemetery. You see the police vehicles back here. And on the live, I did do a map. I couldn't find it on the map this is supposedly called Cemetery Road, but that's allegedly where where a body believed to be Allisha was found. Now here's a press conference from the police, and let's take a listen.
Aaron, Sheriff of Montgomery County, and I want to introduce my counterpart, Sheriff Ronnie Fields from Moore County. I won't be taking any questions during this press conference. I just want to give you some information to this point. First and foremost, our heartfelt condolences go out to Allisha Watts' family, and we pray that the peace of the Lord Jesus Christ that only He can give comforts them during this time that they're going through right now. I also want to thank all the volunteers, the families and friends, the law enforcement partners that have been part of this task force. Charlotte Mecklenburg PD, Foxfire Police Department, Rockingham Police Department, Anson County Sheriff's Office, Richmond County Sheriff's Office, Moore County Sheriff's Office, the State Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, the Moore County Public Safety, and North Carolina Search Dogs, and my office, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, and the outstanding deputies and investigators that I have working for me. And I want to thank you, the media, for your efforts in providing the information for the community. This is not the outcome that we had been hoping for, but by finding Allisha today, it can bring some closure. I hope and I pray it brings some closure to family and friends moving forward. I want to let you know that James Dunmore was arrested this morning by Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department on charges of murder. He is currently in custody of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. This is an ongoing and active case and investigation, and there's still much work to be done. You can continue to check our social media platform for more information moving forward. Again, thank you all, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Interesting. So something I just picked up on is that they said the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department arrested James Dunmore, but the body was found in Montgomery County. So it's possible that it's believed that the murder happened in Charlotte, and then he drove the body, or Allisha's body, to Montgomery County to dispose of it, to try to hide it. So let's just go. I'm going to go real quick and see if they say anything. Okay, so they did post here an update. Let's see what CMPD says here. As a result of the continued investigation, along with the collaborative effort of multiple law enforcement agencies, this case is no longer considered a missing person investigation. Okay, well, this is still a developing story, so maybe we won't get all the details yet. Maybe it'll come out over the next couple of days. But that little piece of information is actually quite interesting, because if it was suspected that Allisha was murdered in Montgomery County, I believe she should have been, or James Dunmore should have been arrested by Montgomery County. So again, more information coming through. I won't be covering as much of the murder cases and things like that. I really want to support more of the missing persons cases, but because we're already so invested in Allisha's story and wanting justice for her, I will be giving some updates on Allisha. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I welcome you to join the Empowering Survivors community, where we are a voice for missing persons, survivors, and the voiceless, those who don't have a voice, like in this case, Allisha. Now let's try to find justice for Allisha. And if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please hit the thumbs up. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So the 911 call was placed by her cousin, who she was supposed to meet up with. And it says here, the call came from Watts' cousin after she missed a comedy show she bought tickets for and had been looking forward to attending. The cousin also said they speak with Watts regularly and haven't been able to get in touch with her. Also, she runs a business but hasn't shown up for work. Okay, so let's take a listen.
Charlotte 911, do you need police, fire, or medic?
Police, honey. I'm trying to get a wilderness check on my cousin, honey, because she's been gone for quite a while.
Okay, and does she
She comes up here, have her location, and it's giving me her. She was talking to this guy that lives across the street.
okay?
And it's saying that she was there.
And tell me why we're doing a wellness check on her.
My cousin first, she's talking to this guy, honey, and he just got out of a relationship, I know. And she don't even live up here. She lives like going towards Fed here.
Okay.
And her and the guy has been talking, just a couple months they've been talking. But the girl that he was with, he's been with her like 15 years. And when I was coming home on Saturday, she came up here on Friday. We were all supposed to meet up on Sunday to go to a comedy show up here in Charlotte.
Okay.
The 85 South. And she paid for tickets and we all paid for tickets. Okay, she didn't show up at the comedy show. When I got back home, her car was still parked in his yard. And this is my first cousin. She's kind of outgoing. She don't sit like that.
Right.
And once her car was parked in the yard, I thought that was funny with her, not showing up. Now this was Sunday.
Okay.
But Saturday when I came home, I was coming home from where we're actually from, because we all actually not from Charlotte, but I live here. I've been living here 9 years. And when I came home, it was this car pulling out, and it was like trying to run and hit me like head on. It was kind of driving real aggressive, and I had to hurry up and back in my yard to not get hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, that just seems funny, and I don't have a problem with everybody, So I was like, but I do know his ex-girlfriend knows that is my cousin. Oh, God, honey. What?
Just tell me how old is she?
About, she'll be 40 on her birthday in September. September, she'll be 40.
Okay, black. Is she black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
Black.
About how tall?
She's about 5'3", about my height, 5'3". We about the same height.
Okay. Can you tell is her hair in braids, dreadlocks, anything like that?
No, she wears like the wig, the lace wig. She might have like a bob in or something like that.
Okay.
She don't have braids in right now. She do have a lace wig in, I know. And
Okay.
she's got like body enchantment, so she's real curvy. You know, she had her butt
Okay.
done and all that.
Okay. Approximately,
And
how much do you think she weighs?
she got to probably weigh about, I want to say between 185 to 190.
You said she has body enhancement.
She has, yeah, she's got a real big butt. And she got her butt done, and you know, she's flat stomach, and you know, she's real curvy. So,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, you haven't seen or heard from her since when?
No, she normally calls. I talk to her all the time on the regular, and I got her location and everything. And so, I've seen them leaving out. I guess they were going to get them something to eat, but this is before, you know, this was earlier Sunday morning when I was on my way out to church. And I seen them leaving out, and but I didn't. Then she came back when I got off church. I seen her car parked back there, and she runs her own business, so she has to, be back to work to get to her office.
Okay.
So she do run her own business, and the office people are calling because she has not showed up at work. That's what scared me. I thought she had went back home.
Okay.
And her car left. Her car was there all day Sunday after they got back from wherever they went earlier. Him and her. Her car was parked there all day Sunday. Like I said, Sunday night was when the comedy show was downtown at the Bojangles Coliseum, and she didn't show up for that. And Monday, her car was still parked there. And I know she goes to work because she run a business. So that was kind of awkward, but I said maybe, somebody you in love, you staying over or whatever. But come to find out, when her car left, it was wee hours that Monday morning. It was after 12 a.m. And I came out because I don't smoke cigarettes in my house. So when I came out and looked across the street, her car was gone. So I said she must have went on back home. That's what I was thinking. But they're saying she never showed back up at home. And now today is Wednesday.
Okay.
And she's not back at home. I'm calling his phone because he normally picks up his phone. And she's never a person not pick up the phone due to her business.
Okay.
Nobody's picking up the phone. No answer is going straight to voicemails. I went over and knocked on his door. I can hear his dog in there because he has dogs and she has dogs. And then her best friend back at home said that she went to her house and there's no sign of her even being there because she has two vehicles. But her Mercedes is gone. She has a 2023 Mercedes.
Okay, and
It's not in the yard.
okay, and where is that at? In Fayetteville?
Yeah, this is close to Fayetteville. It's like 30 minutes from Fayetteville. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And this is just not her. It's kind of strange. And what frightened me because I know that she just started talking to this guy, but I know that he has this girlfriend, and I think she's kind of crazy a little bit, So, I tried to warn her about that, but she was still over to the guy's house. But this is where the girlfriend used to live for 15 years.
Okay, so she's dating a male and he has a crazy ex-girlfriend?
Yes. And him and that girl they the same age, her and the same age.
Okay.
And she's from Charlotte though. She lives up here. But I know she had been riding through and kind of stalking his house. So I don't know if like she seen her car finally up there, you know what I mean? Or what the deal is, but it just everything's been moving kind of funny.
Okay. Is anybody under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, not that I know of, baby. I don't know what they're doing.
Do you know if anybody would have any weapons?
No, not that I know of. He's a retired from the military.
You sure they're not on? You sure they're not on a whirlwind vacation somewhere?
Baby, they supposed to be going on a cruise, but the cruise is not supposed to happen until August. That's what I said. I knew the cruise didn't happen yet.
Okay.
You know, that's the only thing I'm saying because you know she would have told me.
Okay.
Oh God, honey, I feel so upset. Lord have mercy.
Hold on. I understand, hon. Take your time. Take your time, hon.
It's just I just didn't want to wait too late and something's going on.
I understand. Hold on, I mean,
and they both have families got a little puppies in there. I knocked on the door, like I said, but I ain't going back over there, baby. I don't know what's going on. But I knocked on that door, but I can hear his little. I know he got two small dogs, you know.
Okay.
And I can hear them in the house, you know. So I'm.
Did you want to see police when they come out or no?
You said, did I want to what?
Did you want to talk to them when they come out?
Oh, no. I mean, it's fine if I talk to them or not. I just wanted to make sure, you know, just to get a wellness check on what's going on here.
Gotcha. And
you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But if they need to talk to me, that'll be fine.
Gotcha. Okay, so I ended the call for service, okay, and police will be out and do a wellness check as soon as possible. If anything changes, give us a call back. Hopefully they're on a whirlwind cruise and you can just be mad at them.
Girl, I swear I hope they are. There's so much going on, you know.
I understand.
These girls go get all this blood and stuff, baby. These men.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so if you happen to hear from her or anything like that, do give us a call back because we have to do what they call a recovery. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of your day as much as possible. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Whoa. Wow. That was a 9-minute, almost a 10-minute 911 call. Wow. But there was a lot of information that came out from that. Thanks so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you learned something today or if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love for you to join the Empowering Survivors community, where we're a voice for the voiceless, missing persons, survivors, and others who don't have a voice. With that, stay safe, stay thriving, trust your intuition, and make sure to keep it empowering. Bye for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications. Thank you.